Shields up, Ironbreakers, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. It's been an absolutely crazy day full of shenanigans, but I'm finally in my hotel room in Cologne. Tomorrow I'm going to be going and checking out Monster Hunter Wilds for the very first time. But today we were graced with a brand new trailer during opening night live. Now by this point, my first reaction to that trailer should already be on the channel. I'd like to apologize for, the quality of that reaction because it was very haphazard, me rushing from the airport over here to get that stuff done. But naturally, as per usual, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break the trailer down to the best of my ability. Trailer is only 2 minutes and 37 seconds, so I figured we give it another watch here. Because it also gives me an opportunity to watch some more elements, because I feel like in my reaction I missed on a couple of things. So let's go ahead and watch it. And then we're also going to dive into the website, because there's been a lot of updates to the website as well. I realize that I'm almost like whispering. My apologies. I'm in a hotel room and, it's a kind of small hotel, so I don't want to be bothering the other guests for too long. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the first things is we see the new biome, which is the Scarlet Forest. Lala Barina is one of the new monsters. Dude, I love that hammer. That hammer looks badass. Lala Barina. She straight up kicks Rock Nakadaki's ass. I'm sorry, bro. But I'm not really. See, she actually goes into the thing. Oh, it's so cool. Turf war. Look at the dual blades. They glow in so many different ways. Like, I don't know if you swap in between demon mode, archdemon mode, but that's crazy.
A lot worse for an interim camp.
The music, dude, the music still sends me every time.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
So we now know the name of that village. We're going to be going over that in a couple of seconds here. This dude is Ray Dow. I love this. Guild permission granted. It's so cool. It makes everything so official. I love the theme of this one. It's so good. There's so much to break down in this trailer. It's actually insane. It's just so good, dude. I don't get tired of seeing this trailer. It's so good. So let's actually jump back in here. Oh wait, right, we still have this scene.
So tasty.
So tasty. I like that. I like that. Oh, what's this? I didn't even pay attention to this. Get bonuses Monster Hunter Wilds. If you have saved data, and if you have Iceborne save data, you get the armors for your felines of each of those. I think that's fair. Oh, interesting. There's actually not as many, I would have expected to see more pre-order things. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit, and we're probably going to be coming back to this quite a couple of times. I'm actually going to lower the volume here so it doesn't blow your eardrums.
Is this a Lala Barina floret?
So, Lala Barina is obviously the spider. We've already seen it. So apparently it leaves these things behind. I'm actually expecting these to potentially be a tracking thing. So I'll have to, find these out in the world in order to track where the monster is. Hopefully that'll be a mechanic because I like tracking, obviously. This is one new character. It's probably going to be a pretty important character. Looks like it's a female character. She's got a big beefy hammer. I love the design of that hammer. Oh, there's another Palico here. Would this be her Palico? And this one would be ours, or do we get two Palicos? What's the deal there? I think, yeah, I think it's her Palico. Then we have Lala Barina. So I really like Lala Barina because you actually see her hanging upside down from a little web. And I know that Raknakadaki did that as well. You know, they would walk on the ceilings and stuff. But I feel like the way that this one does it is more reminiscent of Nursilla. And I always liked Nursilla more than Raknakadaki, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is obviously the monster from the Charge Blade weapon. If you guys remember the Charge Blade set that we see. I would try to show it to you guys on the website, but my laptop's just like exploding from loading the monster on the website, so we'll see what we can do. But yeah, this is 100%. I love this. I mean, there's no other way of saying it, but her ass turns into a flower. I don't know another way to say it. But I love how it looks like her web is made out of these red things that she shoots out. So for some reason, this Scarlet Forest, you know, I don't think that the sole reason is going to be the spider. As a matter of fact, I think that likely the spider is red because the water in the river is red, and because she probably consumes that water, and therefore it gives her these things that she does and causes her webs to be red and all of that stuff. It's all based in her environment, I feel. I love this. The thing of her swinging upside down. I hope she swings. I hope she web swings like Nursilla. Nursilla actually web swung like Spider-Man. It's pretty cool. The turf war. We don't get to see it that much. So it looks like the NPCs will be able to ride in on Sacred as well. Again, sorry for the quality. It's just like, look, this is a crummy laptop. It's doing its best, guys. So here's another one. Like the dual blades in here, they swap colors a whole bunch of times. Look at this. So it feels like it's swapping between demon mode and archdemon mode mid-combo. I wonder if that's going to be a way for dual blades mains to maintain their stamina. So you can keep the flow going, like swap back and forth, and keep it going, back and forth. Well, at least it makes it a whole lot more agile. Not agile. What's the word I'm looking for? Makes it a lot more dynamic. This is going to be our first camp, which, like I said, we do have the name of this on the website. We're going to be going over that in a couple of seconds. Seems like it's an interim camp. I think it'd be cool to see it like evolve, but we'll see if that's something that happens or not.
You should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild.
Lots of tribal stuff in these structures.
Like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
Raydao.
From the look of it,
The apex predator.
must be this region's apex predator. Guild permission granted. Begin the hunt.
Again, I love the guild permission granted stuff. I know. Look at the way it moves. And its face. We're going to look at a render in a couple of seconds here. The lightning block. Oh my god, wait. The lightning turns the sand into glass. Look at that detail. Boom. Sand into glass. That's actually a really nice detail. I appreciate that. And then the theme kicks in. When the theme kicks in, it's just so brutal. Sorry, I know I keep backtracking here, but it looks so good. Full ammo. Camps. This appears to be how they make our camps. He just pops up a camp. Bloop. It's done. Here's your camp. Now, supposedly there's mechanics where the camps can get attacked or destroyed or something like that. Very curious to see what that's about. That right there is them once again showing you the stealth attack, and you can even see the ghillie mantle here. Is this the first time we're seeing a mantle in gameplay? Because, like, we know that mantles exist because people have seen gameplay footage, what was it, at the Summer Game Fest, and in there they used mantles. I don't know if it's the first time we're seeing a mantle, though. So it looks like mantles will still go over your equipment. I'm hoping there's like a cosmetic option to turn those off because I know that a lot of people don't like those. So it's like, hey, use the mantle, but it doesn't show. But I don't know if Capcom will do that. I think it's part of the immersion that the mantle shows when you use it. But maybe mantles will be used more temporarily as opposed to, you know, how lengthy we were using them during World and Iceborne. We'll see. Like in here, they literally just used it for the sneak attack. So another very important thing. This is extremely important for me because we, as far as I remember, we didn't have this in Rise Break, and it was very frustrating for me. The Rathameow. Come on, man. Look at the Rathameow. It's awesome. Get a load of these claws. And I know a lot of people don't like the Palico speaking. I'm into it. Okay, sorry. If you don't like it, you can turn it off, though. It's an option, so it's fine. Let's take a look at this longsword attack that we got going here. It looks like it was a finishing Spirit Slash, but it's like eating out all kinds of... Feels like it's more powered up than usual. Maybe it's a final Spirit Round Slash after you get Red Gauge. And here we see the bow doing like bow things with massive auto-aiming AoEs. I think this might be a focus strike even. Here's a clash with the sword and shield. That looks phenomenal. I can't wait to clash with the monster all the time. And it looks like clashes are going to be really good. I think, actually, I'm going to go on a limb here. And I suspect that clashes only work in weapon with shields. And hear me out. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's not fair. But the thing is, whenever you're doing like, say, a counter, there's an inherent advantage to that because you can counter pretty much everything and it usually moves you away from danger. I was thinking about this today because I was playing Rise Break on the plane right here. And there was an attack because like I haven't played Rise Break in a long time, but I didn't have anything to do, so I pulled up my Switch and I was playing Rise Break. And it was an attack, I forget what monster it was. No, it was Primordial Malzeno. And he did this attack, which was like this frontal AoE. And I'm like sitting in there with my gun lance, and I was like, you know, I haven't fought Primordial Malzeno in months. So I see the attack coming, and I was like, I'll just block this, because I have full guard up. And it just hit me anyways. And I was like, well, how's that? I have friggin' 8 skills invested into blocking, and it still hits me? Whereas, like, you know, a longsword could, like, yai counter slash that probably, like, you know. So I'm thinking that Power Clash might just be a shield thing, and it opens up the monster for multiple attacks. Like, as you can see, people are wailing on the monster while the sword and shield user is keeping him at bay. So yeah, I suspect it's going to be a shield-only thing, which makes me happy. Oh, man. And seeing just the environment of, like, actually seeing people do stuff. Like, you know, the way you see those ladies just... you know, they're gathering stuff, and you see the ecology, not just the ecology, but like the balance of the villages and the people surviving in the harsh environments of Monster Hunter, which is really cool. There it is. Now, I also wanted to go into the website, and that's what we're going to do now. Don't be scared. It's just I couldn't have the website in the background because it makes my computer explode. Let's actually do F11 to get rid of some of those things. So they show us a living world here and changing environments, fallow, inclemency, and plenty. I don't remember if these things were already here, but it basically shows you the 3 states in which the world can exist, specifically for the windswept plains. So fallow is whenever there's dust in the air and all that stuff. Then inclemency is when the storm comes, and then the age of plenty comes. I say age. The stage of plenty comes after, at which point all of the monsters are seen coming in and there's abundant food and all of that stuff, which is why it's called plenty. Then we have ecosystems. They talk about Windward's Plains. As a member of the Research Commission charged with investigating the Forbidden Lands, the Windsward, actually it's not Windswept, it's Windward. Damn it, I keep making that mistake. Is the first new hunting locale you'll visit. The plains are a diverse region filled with sandy deserts, swaying grasslands, twisting rock formations, and other natural wonders. We have the inhabitants here. Each area contains settlements established by peoples that have called that environment home for generations. Experience how each community has grown and adapted to their environment, and how their culture and daily lives have been shaped by the adaptation. Expeditions. Expeditions cannot be undertaken with a number of objectives in mind. Additionally, any monster currently in the area can be targeted at any time in order to start a new quest. Some monsters can't be targeted due to progression or other situations. Supporting you in your expeditions will be your trusty handler and the Palico, as well as a secret mount and plenty of new tools. So this is the whole thing about how you just go outside, you start hunting, and you do quests that way. It's a much more open-ended way of playing the game. But we hadn't heard about expeditions yet. Expeditions cannot be undertaken with a number of... Okay, yeah, this is the stuff that we just read. Sacred the Slinger, meals, pop-up camps. A set number of pop-up camps can be set up in each area. Pop-up camps let you manage your items and equipment, serve as fast travel destination, a place to start new quests, and can be used as a return point after fainting. Oh, dude, look at this animation. Oh my god, dude, that looks awesome. Look at this. She puts the putter in there. Want to get the stamina, another stat boost from eating, but don't want to go back to camp? Don't worry. With the portable BBQ grill, you can cook up a meal at any time. Selecting BBQ from the portable BBQ will allow you to make a well-done steak. Eating well-done steak will not only raise your maximum stamina, but also restore both your health and stamina. Interesting. They're changing the BBQ a little bit. The Slinger returns an indispensable hunter tool. Yeah, we've seen this one already, and we've seen Sacred as well. We know all about Sacred. But yeah, we've got the meals and the pop-up camps here now. Interesting. I really like the pop-up camps. I think they look really cool. Let's go back. Okay, this is just the same stuff that we were doing. Looks like there's a monster savings going on, so if you still don't have World and Iceborne, now's the time to jump in, guys. Let's go into Living World, because we can actually go into... Yeah, we're checking out the Windward Plains, and if we go to more... It actually shows us that village that we were talking about. Kunafa, Windsong Village. Settlement located in the Windward Plains and the home of the Sacred. So this is where the Sacred Mount comes from. The cheese produced by the livestock that people here keep is an essential part of their diet. So what you're saying is the people in here play bow and bow guns, and that's how they make their cheese. I'm joking. Everybody relax. Put down your pitchforks, okay? So here is the new apex. Ray Dow. From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator, a flying wyvern that rules the Windward Plains as its apex predator. It has adapted to the lightning that accompanies the sand tide, with most sightings having occurred during the storm. Its ability to discharge electricity and powerful attacks pose a threat to even the most experienced hunters. I love the fact that it made glass out of the sand. It's such a cool detail, you know? Now, in here, there's a very interesting thing about this monster's face, because I was thinking to myself, ooh, looks almost like a insect wyvern type of thing. But if you think about it, Rathalos also has these little chin strap things, as does Rathian, as probably do plenty of other wyverns. I'm just thinking about Rathalos and Rathian, they have those. But the fact that in this case they're pulled out a little bit further makes this wyvern's face look more insectoid. And I really like the fact that his horns kind of like lock in and acts like a friggin' rail cannon for lightning. Because it's not, the rail gun shoots projectiles, not lightning. But I love the concept, like friggin' badass. Yeah, that's Ray Dow. Then if we scroll a little bit further down, we have the Scarlet Forest, which is the place where our little Lala Barina was hanging out in. Following the river found in the Windward Plains will lead you to the verdant Scarlet Forest, which indicates that these maps are connected. So they're hunting locales, but they're connected, because it says following the river found is going to lead you here, with its towering trees and abundant water. As you take your first steps here in your journey, your eyes are drawn to the peculiar red-colored water found on the forest floor. And then they show us Lala Barina. The Temnoceran that resides in the Scarlet Forest is thorax, which can be opened at will, resembles a rose in bloom. I think the main reason why she's all red and stuff is because of the water, like I mentioned during the video. she consumes the water and she becomes red because of it. And then and I'm saying she because usually names ended in A in Portugal tend to be female names. So it just, just a natural thing to say. But she can also, hang upside down. She's got the red webs and whatnot. I love this monster. It's really, really cool. Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, and we were talking about how this is the monster that gives the Charge Blade set its armor. So if we actually go into weapon actions, and we click the Charge Blade here, you guys will notice my poor little laptop. It's guys, it's trying, okay? It's trying. Like, look, if you do this on your end, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't do it. My poor little laptop, he's doing his best, okay? He's doing his best. Now, there's also new characters. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm assuming they're going to show us that new character that pops up. So there's the Hunter, the Palico, Alma, which we know, Gemma, which we know, Nata, which is a boy, and Olivia, a hammer-wielding member of the Hunters Guild Forbidden Lands expedition team. She previously took on special missions from the guild, but has since been assigned to the Forbidden Lands. She can assist the hunter as a support hunter during quests. Athos, an elite long-haired Palico assisting Olivia. Like I said, I saw it in the cutscene and I was like, oh, do we get 2 Palicos? It's probably her Palico. Looks like I was correct. Base camp. As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. Base of operations built by the expedition team with each locale in addition to the hunter's own tent. The base camp's equipped with all the facilities necessary for hunting. Place to purchase items and ingredients, and a smithy for forging armor and weapons. So this is our interim camp. Okay. There was also some new things about focus mode, I think, that I've seen. At least some information that I hadn't seen just yet. So it tells us how you can use it to carefully aim your attacks. Now it also talks about focus strike. Special attacks available during focus mode. I've heard conflicting information on this. I've heard say that you don't need focus mode. I've heard say that you do need focus mode. I don't actually know at this point. I'm going to find out tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now. And then they were also showing some new things. Yeah, there were some new descriptions here. Power clash. See, this is what I was talking about. A struggle between hunter and monster that occurs when blocking certain attacks. They very specifically say blocking. So that means weapons that can block. Not all weapons. Succeeding in pushing the monster back will knock it off balance, giving you an opening to attack. And then there's offset attacks. Hitting monsters with certain attacks as it's attacking will cause the attacks to clash, knocking the monster off balance. So not every attack can do this, only certain attacks. Offset attacks can also be followed up with powerful unique attacks. So these are basically parries. Looks like every weapon gets a special parry that they can just beat up on a monster with, which is pretty freaking badass. Yeah, and then there was another piece of information that we have here, which is the companions. Saw that there was like a piece about companions. Yeah, here we go. SOS flares. After a quest begins, you can send an SOS flare to call up 3 other hunters from over the world to assist you in your hunt, in addition to online multiplayer. You can also call in NPC support hunters to enjoy the fun of a hunting party, even when playing single player. Support hunters will automatically join your hunting party if a certain amount of time passes after using an SOS flare and enough players cannot be found. During multiplayer, you can set the maximum number of players to call and turn off support hunters, so if you don't want support hunters, you can turn them off and you'll always get human hunters. However, if you're playing offline, you can send an SOS flare and other hunters will join you. And my theory is that they're going to change depending on the progression that you're at in the story, since Olivia is going to be one of those designated hunters. Now, I don't think there were any other characters, so I think we've pretty much went over all of the information. And also it's like midnight and I'm waking up at 6 tomorrow. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you all very much for the patience in today's stream. Because of me being late, I feel like Chris did a pretty good job holding down the fort though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with Chris and me during opening night live. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification icon, all of that jazz. Come on, hit that like button for Gemma. You know you want to. But yeah, I'm going to go get stuff set up for tomorrow and bring you guys a whole lot more videos. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay safe. Peace out.